Welcome to Kermode Uncut. A film came out in UK cinemas a few weeks ago, which I really raved about, called Second Coming. It's the debut feature by Debbie Tucker Green, who's perhaps best known as a playwright. And I thought it was a really intelligent and engrossing drama. It stars Nadine Marshall. She plays a middle-aged woman who discovers that she's pregnant, despite the fact that she has been somewhat physically estranged from her husband, played by Idris Elba, for some time. He, of course, suspects foul play, but she won't say how the pregnancy has come about. I mean, is she being secretive? Is there some kind of mental sickness going on? Is it derangement? Or is there, as the title suggests, something rather miraculous at stake? Now, what I liked most about the film is not just that it was very well written and had terrific performances. I mean, believe me, these are some of the best performances I've seen this year. But the fact that the film left itself open-ended. It asked the audience to fill in the blanks. It asked the audience to decide exactly what they've seen, what they're watching, what is going on. Now, Debbie Tucker Green herself has said that actually she thinks the drama is quite clear, and there is one way of reading it in which it is very clear. There's particularly a final shot which seems to me to suggest exactly what's at stake. But I've read many reviews of the films by critics I respect enormously who've seen no religion, no supernatural, no transcendence in the film whatsoever. In fact, they've seen it entirely as a domestic drama, and that's what I like about it. It reminded me of films like recently Stations of the Cross, which you could read as entirely a down-to-earth drama, or you can see it as having transcendent elements, or, for example, a film like Jesus of Montreal, which I love, and is a film which I think appeals equally to people who want to find some kind of religious meaning and those who want to see it entirely as secular. You know, it's kind of interesting that one of the most celebrated adaptations of the Gospels was Pasolini's The Gospel According to Matthew. In the English translation, he specifically didn't want that film to refer to as The Gospel According to Saint Matthew. He was, of course, a Marxist. Although the Vatican have embraced that movie and think it's one of the great movies of the 20th century. If you missed Second Coming in cinemas, and many people did because I was very aware that it had a limited release. I had loads and loads of tweets from people saying, you've raved about this film, but where can I see it? I mean, the nearest cinema showing it to me is like 100 miles away. Well, now it's out on DVD, and I would urge you to make the effort and watch it. Believe me, it will not disappoint you. It is a terrifically interesting film. What I like about it most is two things. Firstly, that it treats the audience as adults, as grown-ups. It talks to them in a way which respects them. And secondly, it asks the audience to do some, if not all, of the work as far as interpreting what's going on screen. In a world in which movies want to tie everything up and wrap everything up and give everything to you packaged and neat, Second Coming is a kind of film that says, what do you think?
Do you still think you're giving birth to the Second Coming? Chucky. Chucky.